people? We are back. A2TP podcast, episode 156. 156. And we are in the building. It's your boy, International Walk.
It's your girl, Tosh, the co-hostess with the mostest.
And we are back for...
5.
That's what I did.
Oh.
I said 1, 5, 6.
I know, but if you do 1, 5, and you already got the 6.
1, 5, 6.
No.
We are back in the house for another episode of A2TP podcast. Again, you guys can catch us on Facebook, A2TPodcast.com, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Player FM, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get podcasts at, you can probably find us. Let's get right to it. How are you?
I'm doing good. Mentally, I'm a 9. I feel good. I feel good. I'm a 9. Finances a 9. It's mind over matter. I'm not going to always say finances a 10. Even though they're good, we don't have any problems. If I say they're a 9, that means, we have some improvement to make. Room for improvement, yes. So finances are a 9. Work is good. Work is a 10. Back at it. Still kind of, for my particular line of business, it's slow season a little bit. So slow season in some facets, but it's good. It's a new, fresh year. And for me, I feel good because last year I came into this role in May. Well, really, practically June. It was like a couple days before June, right after Memorial Day. And I felt like, I was getting acclimated to things, learning the ropes. I feel like for any new job, business people, you're supposed to take a 30, 60, 90-day approach. Learn what you can, implement what you learn, propose any changes, and then keep recycling that. So I feel like now at this point, I'm at, the 6-month mark, and I can kind of implement more, kind of start off the year fresh of how I think things could be done better, like identify areas of opportunity. So that makes me excited to just kind of, start the year off on a fresh foot, So
Peel on your own tree a little bit?
Yeah, and not that things were so wrong, but just kind of tighten up things a little more. Like, I'm a spreadsheet girl, and the organization, and today I met with my reporting guy to tell him, some things I wanted him to help me get, done. I'm a data girl too, to be able to pull reports and stuff. So it just feels good to be starting off on a new foot. So and then my body is a 10. I feel good. Working out, we've been consistent. We had a couple holidays, gave us an extra day off, but hell, we've been making up for it. So I don't feel like it's been a day off, but I feel good. I feel myself getting stronger. I feel myself just I feel my body changing. As a woman, you kind of know certain hot spots on your body that you can feel changing. So, under my arms, when I put my arms down, I feel like, they go a little bit tighter. They don't sit out as much.
Oh,
So it's like little hot spots. For men too. I don't want to just say for women. I guess for people who have, you can kind of feel different things in your body.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
It works like that for
me.
me.
You might feel your legs rub less, or I don't know, I always prayed not to get a double chin. I was close.
I was going to say, I don't grow that way. I grow a gut, but I don't grow outward, wide.
Yeah, you're right.
Handles and shit like that.
Yeah,
I'll get a gut, I'll get a belly, but I don't grow a fat neck, a fat face.
Your cheeks get a little bigger. Our picture that we had that we took in the park with the denim on, I could see your face is slimmer now than it was then. But it's like your legs stay the same.
Yeah.
They probably will get more muscular as we're working out, but your legs, you always have small legs.
They 46 years old.
Yeah. So body is a 10. So for me, that's a 9, 10. How are you?
Mentally, I feel like a 9. Nothing, not too much there. Finances, I feel like a 9. Definitely have to. Had birthdays coming up. Just got a lot of shit coming up, and it's just stressful. So gotta focused on that.
Why you say birthdays plural?
Just birthdays.
Who else birthday coming up that matters?
You never know.
No, have a crime birthdays committed on this camera.
Oh
it's
God.
Like no.
Work is a 10. Work's a 9. Just I had a lot of downtime, some boring fucking days, but I am full throttle on this new job now. So, always excited about something new and closing something out. Physically, I feel like a 10. I mean, I hurt in some spots, but just being in the gym, kicking ass every day, helps. I really do want to see my body change, so I'm gonna look into some vitamins, some proteins, supplements, and all that kind of stuff, because I really do want to I really don't want to be at the gym for like a year and still look the same. Like, even if I feel different, which I do, I feel stronger, I feel more agile, I feel like I got more energy, but I want to look different. Yeah. So I want to implement, and it's all food. It's calories and what we eat and all that kind of shit. But I just want to take a better grasp on that to make my body change.
You think you could do intermittent fasting?
I don't think so, because I need to eat. It's just my calorie intake is what I'm focused on. Is what I'm gonna get focused on. It's just how many calories am I taking in a day? How much am I burning at the gym? And one can't be bigger than the other. Yeah,
you got to burn more than you take in. It's simple. Yeah, it's
for you to start to see like weight loss come off or your body just change. Because I got on the scale the other day, and it was at nighttime, so I shouldn't do that at night. Should do it first thing in the morning. But still, just 6-7 pounds ain't too much when you've been busting your ass in the gym like crazy.
So, but I think too.
I think if I ate better,
100%,
that would be 12 pounds.
Well, people say nutrition is 80%, exercise is 20%. But I was going to say too, I think in addition to eating better, you kind of changed up our workouts and stuff. So I think we'll definitely start seeing more results like in the coming future.
And I got to get off the sugar. The sugar fattens you up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hanging
you
out
proved
with
that
sugar
to yourself
right now.
Before.
Yeah, hanging out with sugar right now. But once I get the will and discipline for that, that urge to go away, it'll be okay. But I got to get off the sugar, the fucking Twizzlers and the Mentos, and whatever.
We traded in one habit for another. We used to go crazy on Mike and Ike's and Swedish Fish. And I mean, these things may have less sugar, but you're right. We've cut back sugar so much in areas of our life, but I think if we made a commitment to each other, like let's do a February fast of no candy. You think you could do that?
Probably, because
one
it's
day
the
at a time.
Month,
yeah. Well, and we get an extra day this month. It's a leap year.
Oh, that shit is.
But it's still 29.
It's 366 days this year.
Yeah, but I think we could do it, boo. If we stick together, I think we can do it.
It's the urge. It's like the first 2 weeks of that sugar urge is a motherfucker. It's like drugs.
And it's fine something to replace it. Like when you feel that yearning for sugar, down a bottle of water. Like something.
Something sweet.
No, but that's the thing. You want to not have the sugar. It'll pass.
Like a mouthful of mouthwash and just spit it back out. But you need something sweet in your mouth. That's the urges, the salty, the sweet, like. And having a bowl of ice cream once a week probably would like satisfy. Like, okay, that's my sweet. I got something to look forward to. But
and we don't even do that once a week. We probably do that twice a month.
Candy, it's like it's bad. Yeah, like, it's bad.
Yeah. What's your wows and woes?
Wows and woes is that the wow is that I'm just wrapping up another job. Always like to move on to a different place.
Did you have a good day today at your job?
Yeah, I had a good day today. I saw you today. You came past again. So yeah, I had a good day. My woe is last year I was in a hospital around the date is coming up a few weeks from now, and it's really bothering me. It's really bothering me that the date is coming back up, And so that's my woe, is just trying to not bunker down, but just push through. That's my woe. It's just trying to push through. And it I like my life stress-free and drama-free, and this is my own stress and drama, but like I don't know, as I get older, I don't deal with stress and drama too much. And plus I don't want like to take my body through any episodes of anything just by anxiety and stressing out. So that's my woe, is that I have this mental block that I'm dealing with.
You're human. You know, I was going to say,
I'm an ape or nothing like that.
Right, but what I'm saying is, don't add to the stress and anxiety by beating yourself up over being stressed. You know what I mean? Like, you're stressed about it. You know, use your tools that I know you are, gaining from therapy, but don't compound that by like being mad at yourself or like, why, you know what I mean? Like, don't be hard on yourself. It's, when I say you're human, like, it's normal, I think, to feel that way. So don't be hard on yourself, for feeling that way. Mm-hmm. All right. And if there's anything I can do, I'm here for you.
What's your wows and woes?
My wow is I have to give myself some props because I've been killing it in the gym. My baby has been an amazing trainer, and he's been pushing me, which has been making me push myself, because some things I be thinking that I can't do or it's going to be too hard. But I am anybody that knows me know I'm very competitive. Like, any game nights or anything like that I participate in, like, I'm just a competitive person, but I'm competitive with myself too. So I might feel like, oh, I can't do that or it's too hard, but I don't want to give up on myself. So I push myself to do it. That box, I can't, it's a mental block. I don't know whether it's because I got hurt before jumping on the thing.
Possibly.
But it's like I just can't bring myself to do that.
It's a soft floor. It's a soft box. You should get over yourself and just do it. Like, see yourself fail and push harder. Like, that's probably what would help. Like, even if you did jump and fell, you're not going to get hurt. So that's one thing you should know. Like, okay, even if I don't make the box, I'm not going to get hurt. I'm going to fall on this grassy floor, and this box is soft. It ain't going to scuff me up. So what's the worst going to happen? I'm going to look embarrassed.
I ain't worried about that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's the worst possible outcome, is that I look embarrassed. But if I do fall, it's on soft grass and it's on a soft box. It ain't that metal steel thing that I jumped on and scuffed my shins up. Almost broke
my legs, yeah. But that's my wow. I don't want to go to the negative part. The wow is that I'm proud of myself. I'm
proud of you too, but fuck all that. You got the trainer mad because she's disruptive in the gym. And I told her about her fucking ass today. Stop being disruptive. You come there, you breach the doors, you work out. Get your head this way. You come there, you breach the doors, you work out, you in for a workout. It's going to hurt. It's going to feel like I can't do this. But we're not doing anything that we can't do. We can do it.
I just asked if I could do only 30 push-ups instead of 50.
No. And we established that outside the gym, so that inside the gym, there's no talking.
We didn't talk about that.
There's no talking in there. It's just encouragement. It's just, you got it. Go. Couple more. You got it, babe. Eat both ways. That's all the talk there should be. It shouldn't be no, well, that's giving up on ourselves. Let's do 20 less push-ups today. Why? Because I'm a little tired. Like, fuck, you're tired. Do the 20.
I did them.
I know, but I'm just, so that goes to show we could have did without the jargon.
Because I got punished and had to do 10 prior to that.
Because you couldn't get on Bosu. I think that's what it's called.
The Bosu ball, yes. So again, my wow, other than getting chastised, is that I'm just proud of myself doing good in the gym.
I just want to be next to my wife, working out, seeing her push herself like I know she can, and not in there moaning and groaning and bitching.
I might moan and groan, but I'm going to get it done. I won't bitch.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. The face. If somebody go pick up a 30-pound kettlebell, it's, I got to get stares. Like, I'm like you going to stare at me until I look at you. Like, that's your thing. Like, and then when I look at you, roll your eye. Like, get your ass up and get the 30-pounder. Like, you know what's coming. We don't need all that.
Okay. My woe is I don't want to call it insomnia because I don't know. I mean, I guess insomnia probably when you really can't sleep. But I have been having trouble sleeping well. Even with the melatonin, it helped last night eventually.
Oh, we're going to double up tonight.
I might, and what I was trying to do, I know I had some laundry to fold, but I was trying to take it early.
But those brands, that's the real 5 milligrams. The other brand was like, hinky dinky. It could have been 10, 15, 20. But that's the real 5. That's why it ain't been like knocking you dead.
Yeah. But it helps. But yeah, I may need to do 2 because when I don't take it, it's literally like I explained to him, if like this is awake and this is the deepest sleep, like not death, but this is the deepest sleep you can be in, I'd be like right here.
That's the deepest.
And the thing with that is like, it's like your brain, you know how I think that's when people say they don't remember their dreams. I think that's indicative of you having a good night of sleep. When you're only right here, it feels like I could just open my eyes and be awake at any moment. Like it doesn't feel like I'm
sleep
really.
And there's REM sleep. REM sleep is your deepest sleep. REM sleep is the only sleep you can dream in. Can't dream in surface sleep.
Nah, I be dreaming here, but I be dreaming all night long. It feels like I'm awake.
It's just thoughts, though, babe. It's not dreams. It's scientifically proven that you only can dream in REM. If you're not in REM, then you don't dream because your brain's not that relaxed your subconscious is not that relaxed.
Well, maybe, okay, then it's thoughts, but they happen all night. And I feel like I feel like I'm awake and watching myself dream and thinking to myself, oh my God, why won't these dreams stop? I just want to go to sleep.
Do you have something that has something to do with it, you being in your own head once you start? Oh my God, I can't sleep. Oh my God, it's been a half hour. Oh my God, it's been an hour. Oh my God, I'm tossing and turning. Like, maybe just get out your own head. Like, try a couple different things. I mean, along with the melatonin, but try to get out your own head. I even tried,
and it's so crazy. I tried the brown noise one night, and you didn't flinch. I didn't want it to be too loud for you, but I turned it on. I think it might have helped because, like, I ended up waking up. I remember waking up and, like, turning it off, but you never, like, said, babe, what's that or why it's on, so you slept right through it.
Thunderstorm, turn on the beach, waves.
Yeah, so that's been my woe. I don't like having trouble sleeping because it makes me tired. And I love sleep. I used to have a great relationship with sleep. I can take a nap anywhere, anytime, any day. Count me in for some sleep.
You're just in your own head. There's nothing wrong with your body. It ain't nothing neurological.
No, it's just I think it's a sign of premenopause, though.
You want that so bad.
I don't want it, but I feel like if it's gonna come, I want it to like come and be like I'm kind of afraid because I don't want to like be going through no crazy hot flashes and stuff. Like I'm my head's sweating enough.
I don't think you're gonna be able to deal with the hot flashes. I don't think you will.
I'll be in here. Okay.
The internet. We were talking about the internet earlier, and we all know the internet serves its positives and it has its negatives, and we see so many things on the internet, up and down the internet. We see everything from one end of the spectrum to the other. One thing we do notice is that a lot of people take their business to the internet, whether you're a celebrity, whether you're Keisha down the street or Mike around the corner. Like, people seem to take people seem to take their business to the internet and, exploit people, family members, friends, spouses, whatever. And that stuff is like, it lives there forever. These comments, these tweets, these pictures, these posts, they all live there forever. But what's the real meaning behind taking your business to the public and to the internet? I thought about this since we talked about it earlier, and I have a different take on it. But what do you... What's your take on it?
So, as you were talking, I thought about a situation that happened recently with somebody I know in real life.
You're talking about a regular person, not a celebrity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I doubt they watch this, but I'll say this. I think it can be one of two things. In some instances, I think it's people thinking that people care more than they do. At first I started to say people thinking that they're more important than they are, but I don't want to measure anybody's importance, but it's thinking that people care more than they do. So if you announce a breakup or something like that, it's like people don't really care. They just want to be in your business. So when you post it and they're reading it and commenting and looking for the salacious details, most people don't. Your family, your friends, like your immediate circle, maybe business partners care, but the general public doesn't really care. Like I'm just thinking about and I forget which is which, like the Tia and Tamara twins. Mm-hmm. Like when one of them, when they were and they like made this big announcement, and it's like, what impact does that have on anybody else's life except for your children, your parents, your family, his family? Like, of course, your business. Like, she's on a TV show, but like the general public, why we don't need to know that. Now, I get in some cases people will say, if you see him or her out, like, they're fine and do what they want. We're not together, and I get all that, but I think about like. I always use them. Me and Toya was talking about something the other day. I said Beyoncé and Lori Harvey would never address some of the things that they don't address anything, let alone some of the things that people address to the public. But do
you think they would address divorce?
I don't think so.
Now we talking about frivolous shit, but because my pushback was against that name. If Beyonce and Jay broke up, I personally think something would have to be said. And I'm not saying that they have to say something, because it's your life. You don't have to do anything. But I just think because of the entity that they are, something has to be said through their publicist, through their team, because you can't just, it'll be a lot of assumptions, speculations. It could be business matters that they have together, all those kind of things. And it needs to be, a fine line of that. I look at us. If we was to break up, I know that's how you feel. Like, I don't need to tell nobody that, but I think that letting people know, okay, we're not together no more, is like, okay, damn, like.
It would never make it to Facebook and Instagram.
I'm not saying it should. I'm just saying that we should. We couldn't break up and our inner circle not know.
Well, exactly, our inner circle.
Yeah,
that's
but how public are we though?
Well, I mean,
we wouldn't come and sit down here and tell y'all.
Exactly, we wouldn't make a post about it. We wouldn't play single, ready to mingle. Like, you would never see a post like that from me. But that's what I'm saying. People's inner circle, but it doesn't have to be now. When you mentioned J and B, okay, I do agree that from a business perspective, their publicists or business managers, whomever, would have to let people know. And I think it would get told, it would get leaked. But I don't think there's an official statement coming out.
I don't think there's a statement from them at all.
Or from their publicists. Like, I think their publicists would tell respective entities that need to know, but I don't think you're going to see like some formal thing released. But it definitely would be told, because as soon as you call somebody and I'm just making this up, Sony, to let them know, and the intern down the hall hears it, they're tweeting somebody.
As soon as you make it public information, it's going to go out.
So that's just like, okay, the elevator, $1 billion in the elevator video. All kinds of salacious details and speculations and conjecture. We still don't know what the hell happened.
But they also can dead that shit too, because of their power. Like, you speaking from a point of privilege when you talking about J and B. So elevator fight, because it was them two, is the reason why you don't see or hear anything about that today.
No, and people still, it was years ago, but people still talk about when, you remember what Solange was like,
I understand that.
But what I'm saying is, even then, we don't know the detail. We never knew. They never addressed it. Nobody ever asked them about it in an interview. Like, so when you say dead it, I believe that they're not going to allow.
They can come in interviews and be like, don't ask that question. If you do, I'm never interviewing with you again. So and it's like, okay, I don't want Jay to ban me from interviews forever. I don't want Beyonce to not come to this platform because we asked some salacious fucking question when we didn't have to.
I agree. What I'm saying is, there are certain things. People have the power as to what you want the public to know and not to know.
Right.
And I think so many people think people care more than they do. You don't have to tell people that you got a divorce. No, you don't have to. Now, on the other end, I think it is, in a lot of situations, attention seeking and or a cry for help. And the reason why I say this, somebody who I know, again, I'm pretty sure they don't watch, had not released, but had posted something like, I knew something was wrong with me. I just couldn't figure it out. The doctor officially diagnosed me as clinically depressed. And it was just like me reading, it was like, it wasn't funny when you think about somebody going through that, but it made me think about a meme that was recently circulating that was like, y'all tell the internet everything. Somebody will post, it's been 9 days and I've been crack free. Go me. And it's like, what's the limit here? Like, what's the limit?
I get what you're saying, and I don't think it's necessary. When you have posts like that where it's like, I'm clinically depressed, I think it's attention seeking. I don't think any of it's a cry for help because you're going to the internet. So you're wait,
and let me just say this. Then that I'm pretty sure someone that we know in common probably told them to take it down, because then later on it was another post, something about like, if I didn't care so much about my life, I would just end this one and start over. And somebody commented was like, I told you, or something like, this isn't for the internet. People really care about you, So they had took down the first post and then posted that. But it was like still, and to me, when I say a cry for help, this person isn't married, any kids, don't really know the family structure. And you think like, there are people out here that are lonely as hell. Maybe they don't have anybody else. So when I say a cry for help and attention seeking, not like, oh, look at me, but like, I need a friend. I need some help. I need somebody to talk to.
It's attention seeking.
Yeah.
And it's attention seeking.
And it may be attention that's needed, but not to the general public. Call somebody or message somebody in their inbox.
The way you're going about it, you're not going to get what you may be looking for. Yeah. I agree with you that it's attention seeking. I also think it's just our human nature. It's what the internet was put there for. So I don't like Trump, right? So if I post, I don't like fucking Trump, he's a piece of shit. And what I'm looking for is a pack mentality, is for people to agree with me. So when people put up a post or something or say, I'm single and ready to mingle, it's like you looking for people to agree with you being single. Go girl, you out here now. And you're looking for the encouragement to acknowledge and give you some what's the word I'm looking for? Permission to be out here again. Like, that's what you're looking for. All the positive stuff that say, go girl, you out here, you gonna get your groove back, all that kind of stuff is what you're looking for. Just like I would be looking for a bunch of, yeah man, fuck Trump too, and he a piece of shit. The first person that says, you don't know what you're talking about, I love Trump, that's where the engagement will come at. But I think it's just that pack mentality is what everybody goes to the internet for, is to say something, you want people to agree with it. You want people to be on your side. So when you even when you make a boyfriend, girlfriend, a split post, you put that up so everybody can see it, and then everybody's on your side because you're like, yeah, niggas ain't shit. All black men cheat. And then you want all the girls to be like, yeah, I'm dealing with that too. Niggas ain't shit. And even if a man, you put up, girls ain't shit, they hoes. You want all the men to be like, yeah, you got to do this and do this. It's this pack mentality. You want people to agree with how you feel. That's why everybody goes to the internet and posts something, because they want agreement on on what I just put up there. Do y'all agree? Is it okay for me to feel like this? That's what the internet is.
I agree with you to a certain extent. The only caveat I'll say to that, there are some people that purposely want to be contrarians who will post something just to create a debate.
Yeah, it's people that come home and like, all right, I'm off work, crack my knuckles, I'm about to get into an argument. Like, let me just go in and see what they talking about. That's where the Reddits and all that shit come in, where people argue all day.
But sometimes, and I'll take accountability for this on a small scale, and I'll say this.
You gonna tell the people?
No, I'm talking about for myself.
Like you used to argue with the Action News people?
Oh yeah,
being one of them Karens.
But that wasn't being a contrarian. That was like
something stuck in your craw.
Like they think they could just pop off and say whatever they want. But I really had to separate myself from that because If
you're arguing with people who leave comments on an Action news site, you can assume that they're ready to go with comments and words.
And me too.
They're up on it.
Let's have it, Cameron. Let's have it. Let's go. But no, I'm a better person now, and I realize that I'm not putting that energy into that. It is often that I will start to comment on something and I delete my comment. It can be on a lot of different stuff. And I just be like, I'm not putting no energy into that. But no, going back to the contrarian thing, I'll take accountability for this. New Year's just passed, right? Mm-hmm. And this whole tradition that people have, this old lady, I don't just want to say old lady, but you gotta make sure all the laundry is clean, your car is washed, and all this stuff before it hit midnight. And then on New Year's, a man gotta be the first person to come through your door, and you gotta make collard greens. I think the green's supposed to represent money. The black eyed peas supposed to represent good luck, and I don't remember the other stuff because my mom didn't like fall into that trap. I think she might have used to do like the laundry thing. My grandma is the only person I ever ate black eyed peas from, and I don't even know if I ever made the connection that it was New Year's. Like, I don't even know if I ever made that connection, but it wasn't that I think contrarians purposely want to go against the grain to get a reaction.
That's the definition of a contrarian.
My whole thing was like, I am not going with this pack mentality. If you wash laundry every week, like, okay, this year New Year's was on a Monday. Okay, if you wash laundry every Sunday, but you got off Monday, I'm going to take this day to chill and I'm going to do the laundry on Monday. Nothing's going to change because, oh my God, I didn't do it before. Or if New Year's fell on a Thursday, so now you got to do laundry on Wednesday to make sure that you don't have clothes on Thursday, but yet you do them every Saturday. Like that, I just don't fall. I don't believe.
Ornery woman. You told me you're an old ass ornery woman. I'm an old ornery man. You're an old ass.
I just don't fall for that. Like,
I don't think it's something to live by, but I do think that what's wrong with washing the clothes on Friday because you know New Year's Eve is Monday and you don't want to do that on Monday. So you say, you know what, I'm gonna just spruce up the house and get the clothes ready before the New Year come in. I don't think it's that big of a
right
deal.
There you said before the New Year come in. That's not a thought in my mind.
I don't think it's that big of a deal for people who need like who. That's why you say Happy New Year. It's like Happy New Year. It's a fresh start. Hope you're not doing things the same as you were last year because you're just going to get the same thing. So people have a sense of, well, I'm going to the gym or this and this and that. And it's the New Year. Let me get my gym membership up. It's the same thing. It's just trying to start fresh with something to see it new, see it fresh, and hopefully you can keep it like that. Hopefully, if you straighten your house up for the New Year and wash all your clothes, you don't have a house full of dirty clothes all year because you're lacking in laundry, or you don't have a house that's halfway clean because you're lacking in cleaning, and you just took that behavior into next year. So I get the perspective of the other side. Would I hang my hat on it? No.
But guess what?
What?
You do all the laundry before New Year, right? And then you get dressed, you go to work. You get dressed, you go to work. You're going to have laundry again at the end of the week.
I get it.
And then at the end of the week.
But you're doing something to kind of just fake yourself out. It's all.
Yeah. You know what I think? I want to change the narrative. One thing about New Year's, right? It's in the middle of a couple weeks, not the middle, but it's like a couple weeks after the winter. It's like a weird time. Let's like start over new leaves or like try to change our patterns at the beginning of seasons. Like as the seasons change, let's let that be our milestone of
but winter comes way before, but it's really like the winter really hits in January.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the calendar date is December 22nd.
Yeah, but okay. So it's a few weeks after winter, but we know the cold weather comes, and this is the dog days of winter, like the dog days of summer. Yeah. January, February, March.
February would be like the coldest.
Yeah, it get cold, be 2 degrees outside.
Yeah,
Shit don't be playing. I'll be a brick out there.
I'm just saying, in talking about contrarians, there are some people, and I'm just thinking about people in my timeline. I feel like they thrive on always wanting to go against the grain, and it'd be like, nobody don't got time for this to be arguing over this, like, or everybody say, it could be the simplest thing. everybody could say Act to the podcast is the best podcast ever. You could have 97 people saying that. You'll have, it was alright. I ain't like it. Like, you got some people that just thrive on, and it's like, what didn't you like about it?
Yeah.
Like, just thrive, but it's constant.
You say that, and it makes me think of Don't Call Me White Girl. She posted a girl who was looking on her phone, and she was like, do y'all know why Don't Call Me White Girl is funny? Like, I don't see it, and I don't see, like, how she got as big as she got, and I know like 10 TikTokers who funnier than her, and I just don't see it. And then it cuts to Mona just sitting there like, looking like why are you, like, what's the reason for that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why did you want to make a post saying that?
Yeah.
It's like when people talk about, I don't think Kevin Hart is funny. First of all, humor is subjective. You know how many comedians are so extremely popular. You know, even if we look at black comedians versus white comedians, that already is a huge divide. There's so many black people that don't get white comedy, and maybe even vice versa. Well, they say they don't get white comedy because they don't give them a chance, because there are some hilarious white comics, our boy Andrew Schultz. But humor is subjective, but this is something that gets under my crawl. When people make a definitive statement, and I probably said this before because it gets under my crawl, instead of saying it's their opinion, they'll say Kevin Hart ain't funny, or that show is whack, or y'all like that song, it's horrible. Like, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Say, I'm not a fan of Kevin Hart. Okay, you're not a fan. I didn't really care for that movie. Okay, but some people make statements as if, because you think this was horrible, or this acting was bad, or this singing was horrible, like, that's the end all and be all. And if nobody agrees, you don't know good music.
That's a form of contrarian. Yeah, it's a form of being a contrarian.
Yeah, like that's your opinion. Music, and art itself is subjective.
Lots of that has to do with popularity, because in the comedy world, there are some comedians who are more popular than they are funny. I don't think that it's Kevin Hart. I think Kevin Hart is fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my favorite comedians to go see live. He is hilarious.
He is funny when he's not trying.
Yeah, when he's not trying. When he's just talking, he's funny. The way he look funny. His stature is funny. Like, so he funny to me. But there are some people who are more popular than they are funny, and I think people get that misconstrued and, all fucked up, because some people, okay, you can say, damn, why he's so popular, but again, like my wife said, it's your opinion that you don't get that kind of comedy. Some people don't get dark comedy. Some people don't get dry comedy. Some dry comedy.
Physical
comedy. Some people, when they start moving around like a Jim Carrey or something, it's like, I'm out.
You're
acting too fucking crazy. Like, you're doing too much. And then you get them dry comedies dry comics who stand there, got this monotone voice. They never raise it. They never lower it. And it's like, okay, but what they're saying could be hilarious, though. So it's all subjective.
My husband thinks I'm crazy. I'm not a fan of Chris Rock. It's something about his body language. He peeks at people out the side of his face.
Well, he's autistic. So that could be a part of why he has all those nuances
about
and
innuendos.
About his facial expressions, because,
it's distracting.
20,000 people watching him.
Yeah, it's distracting to me. I mean, he has had some funny moments. He has said some funny things, but he's not my favorite, But again, I'm saying that I'm not saying he's not funny. He's not my favorite.
Right.
And that's what people don't understand. Your opinion doesn't make it fact.
Will Ferrell is one of the biggest mainstream comedian actors in the world. He's a hate the face for me. If I see his face, I am out.
He won't watch nothing
and
with Will Ferrell.
At work, people I come across who think he is hilarious, think he does the funniest shit. I can't even see. I can't give him 10 seconds. That's how bad it is. 10 seconds. I'm talking about under 10 seconds. I'm out. If he's in it, I'm done. But obviously, he has a fan base of millions of people. So that's just me who thinks he's a hate the face.
Yeah. And when you say hate the face, that's like an insider thing. People probably don't understand that.
Nah, it's like, you don't got to say a word. When your face is shown, I'm out. I can't do it.
So talking about faces being shown, this is like going left into the dark. Did they release this Jeffrey Epstein list yet?
There has been some, well, there's always been people to be rumored on it, but just about 6:00, 6:30 this evening, there was like a 300-page document with names and things in it, that were released. Some of the notable names are
drum roll.
Chris Tucker,
Oh,
Vera Wang, Leon Botston is the president of Bard College. Bill Gates, Sergey Brin is the co-founder of Google. Robert Kennedy Jr.
No, wait, pause. I just had to ask for a second. Are all of these people, they are on the list of having been visitors to Epstein Island?
They were on the list of being a visitor, or on a list to be a visitor. Like he had a manifest of past people and present and upcoming.
So this doesn't mean that these people have been charged or accused of anything.
Nobody's been charged of anything. The list just came out.
But so far these are just visitors, past, present, or intended in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But so far we haven't heard that they've been accused of anything.
Nobody has.
Okay.
There's nobody.
Other than Jeffrey Epstein,
right,
and that lady.
Right.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to clarify that as I'm listening to these names.
You should have let me get through the names first, though.
But you said it was a lot. Okay, you was at Robert Kennedy Jr. Okay.
So I'm gonna start over though. All right.
No, you was at Robert Kennedy.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try to. It's only like 10 names.
I'm trying to get through you 10 said names. 300.
I wasn't reading 300 names. We'd be here at 11 o'clock at night. Chris Tucker, who we know is an actor and comedian.
Yeah.
Vera Wang is a dress designer.
Mm-hmm.
Leon Botston is the president of Bard College. Bill Gates, who's been tied to him since 2009. Sergey Brin is the co-founder of Google. Robert Kennedy Jr., Naomi Campbell. William Burns is the director of the CIA. So they got like a Saul. Like, what the fuck? Prince Andrew, who we all know if you've seen the doc, and Bill Clinton. And those are just a few names. There are obviously 300 names, but I just ran off 10.
Well, you said 300 pages.
300 pages, 150 names.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
300 pages, 150 names in the document. It just was released like 6:30. I'm sure if you search for it, you can find it, but you're going to have to sift through the 300 pages, or just wait for, the internet to post the names.
And the thing is this, I mean, people could have been, let's just say you were a one-time past visitor and you realize there was some salacious stuff going on. You like, nah, I ain't never going back. But your name's still on the list. And were you complicit in crimes being committed there? Did you report it to anybody? Did you say anything? Now, were you a frequent visitor? That's where it gets sticky.
The names like Naomi, in the part where it talked about her, Naomi Campbell and Vera Wang. These names were used, and these people were there to entice these young girls to go there because they were told lies of you're going to be models and you're going to meet. Obviously, they would have Naomi Campbell there, meet these girls just to get them there, and then obviously she would leave and it wouldn't be no modeling thing, and then they would have their way with the girls. So for me, if you're doing that, you're complicit in the shit that's going on, because you don't have shit to offer these girls. There ain't no modeling job. You just meeting them because this fucking freak wants to get these girls to the island, and this is the lie. He told them that Naomi Campbell and Vera Wang's going to be there. You're going to get a dress. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. You're going to get a ring. Whatever the fuck that they promised these girls just to get them there and hear these names, meet these people, feel comfortable. Then they go. And then now all of a sudden, I want a massage from a 15-year-old.
But like, that is with the assumption.
That shit is complicit.
But that's with the assumption that Naomi and Vera or whomever else knew, because it could be like, oh,
but you're not there to offer the girls anything.
But we don't know that they knew that the girls were told that.
True.
You know what I mean? They could have known. Those running Jeffrey Epstein Island knew, okay, Naomi and Vera's going to be here today. Or they could have just thought like they're just going to be here. They're visiting. It doesn't mean that they knew like we're going to tell these girls that we're bringing them here to meet you. You know what I mean? So they did that. It could very well be possible that they weren't in on the salacious stuff. I don't want to keep using that word.
Like honeypots.
No, the lady that was running it, yeah, she definitely was a honeypot.
I would hope not, but I hope that they weren't like lesser versions of that. and using their celebrity and name to do shit for him because he was a powerful dude who could have favors. I mean, just to think like names like Bill Gates, the president of Bard College, like you just think these people are in prominent positions in these spots around the world, and they like to do these hideous, heinous fucking things.
Yeah.
Whether it be a man from Bard College who liked little girls or boys, whether it be Naomi Campbell or Vera Wing doing some shit, whether it be Chris Tucker, who everybody thinks is funny, but it's like, why are you going to an island where sex with little girls is okay? Like that shit just it scares me that the CIA director, you know, you in charge of thousands and thousands of agents, and what you do in your spare time is what you do in your spare time. But to be like, okay, this is my spare time, I'm flying to fucking Little Girl Island and hanging out there.
Yeah. Are you saying Bard, like BARD?
Yes. Supposed to be like a prominent school in the country.
Oh, I've never heard of it before.
Yeah,
okay.
like I don't think it's Ivy League, but damn near. Like they speak highly of it.
Okay, I never heard of it. That's why.
And then Prince Andrew, like we knew he was free, but I'm just saying a fucking Prince. And then there's other people that was on here that I didn't put. That was like, the lawyer for Goldman Sachs was a woman. Like she was on the list. The prime minister for Israel was on the list. I mean, I couldn't even say his fucking name.
Netanyahu?
No, Bijan something.
Okay. Well, I mean,
that I could tell because I seen that name before, but Bijan something. But those kind of people, like in these weird places, prominent places, and when in y'all summer vacations or a month out of the year, y'all fly to this Little Girl Island, and who knows what y'all do.
So again, I'm just very...
It's grown people with 15 to 16-year-olds just running, like, you know,
I'm just interested to know more details because, yes, like you said, they're being a part of that circle, being a freak. Like we know it was already said that Bill Clinton was a frequent visitor. Some of these people may be...
And the painting, that when you walk in Epstein's house, he had a picture of like an 8-foot picture, 4 foot wide, 8 foot tall of Bill Clinton in a dress, sitting in a chair with high heels and a red dress on with lipstick.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. But you could have been a one-time visitor and never went back, and your name is on this list.
What's going down?
Yeah, so I don't want to just make assumptions that all of these people are guilty of the same, you know, nastiness that he was known to partake in. But you know, it'll be interesting to see what further comes out. I'm not surprised though by anybody whose name is released, because in this day and age, it's, you know, it's weird to say, especially CIA. Like when I think about something like that, like the CIA or anybody in the government, I think about people who were like, it's known when people go to like Vietnam or the Philippines or Malaysia, that are known, unfortunately, as like a big industry of sex workers in those countries, big even transgender sex workers. You know, remember back in the day when Maury Povich used to do the thing with the Malaysian transgender. I don't know, the men, it was like, can you tell which one is a man? But they all look like women. I don't want to mislabel them because I get confused over if it's a transgender man or transgender woman. But Malaysia has been known for that. But when you think about government officials who, you know, who just like, why are you going to Vietnam for the weekend? Who goes to Vietnam for a weekend? Because they know, like, okay, let me fill up on this boy butt. Like, or let me fill up on this little girl butt. Like, that's nasty. It is. And it's known. So I'm not surprised.
And then going in there getting you a massage by a 15-year-old and you all erect and shit. Like, that shit ain't...
I'm not surprised by any names that are released. Just knowing that this world that we live in, yeah.
I hear what you're saying. Like, you're not surprised because you know, like, the shit that people can live with. But you are surprised if you see, like, holy shit. Never in a million years would I have thought this motherfucker would have been on there.
I mean, I want to look at it and see. I mean, if you had said something like, you know, I would be surprised by like a name like T.I.
What if it was, oh, that's another thing, but what if it was like Tata from Jay's Crew?
I mean, we don't know, but he's like, mysterious anyway.
Yeah, but it'd be like, damn, anyway. Like, what the fuck? We never heard nothing about this nigga except he was Jay right-hand man.
And it probably like, this is why he's so mysterious and you know, unknown. But again, like, if it was, and I can't even think of, like, or Charlemagne, or like, somebody like that, you would just think, oh my God. That, I think, would be more surprising to me.
And you see that, what's his face? Aaron Rodgers, the football player, the quarterback for the Jets, said that the Epstein list was coming out on a podcast, and he said Jimmy Kimmel was on it. And Jimmy Kimmel came back and was like, look, asshole. Like, he tweeted a tweet, look, asshole. I ain't never met, flew, or even, you know, I ain't never know this guy. So, and he told him, what you said put my family in danger, and if you say it again, we're going to argue about it in court.
I know that's right. Shut it down.
Like, damn.
See, that's how you're supposed
Jimmy
to.
Kimmel came out with the big foot, like, nah, bro, I ain't playing with this shit.
That's how you're supposed to handle salacious allegations like that. You don't just let stuff ride.
He's like, nah, you can't find a picture or post anything of me ever meeting this dude. I never met him, flown with him, saw him, anything like that. Never been in front of him. And you do this shit again, we gonna argue about it in court.
Yeah.
And it was like, damn.
And it just makes you think like Aaron Rodgers. Like,
that's how you're supposed to handle something when it's salacious and you know you innocent.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like when you say people won't address shit, that's a part of, I think you should address shit.
That, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Something, you being accused or associated with anything like that, absolutely. And there are some things, and this is like going a little in a different direction.
If they said Beyonce was on the list, was on the manifest for going to Little Girl Island, you would, your attitude, your stance would be, you would stand in what you said. I don't think she should address it.
No,
Beyonce don't address anything. If Lori Harvey was on that list, should they address it, or should Lori Harvey just do what she do and go to fucking Mexico and take nice pictures on the beach?
I mean,
while they saying you was on Little Girl Island playing.
So I will stand on what I said. I don't think you have to. If you know, because the court of public opinion is going to have their opinion either way. Even if you address it, people may still choose to believe what they want. A lie will spread fast. Even if you come out to clear it up, that original, that's why they say people, you know, when they say innocent before proven guilty, once that is associated to your name, it's still, you know, like people talk about Boosie as being like a murderer, and it's like he beat them charges. Yeah. So the court of public opinion.
People don't think when you're on death row for 5 murders, you gotta think you did it,
but you beat them. Yeah. But so I say the court of public opinion is still going to have their opinion. So, to be honest, as long as you behind the scenes, as long as you handling legally what you need to handle, as long as you know your hands is clean, anybody come knocking on your door, any depositions come to your house, you don't have to address it.
And just to say, I think Boosie gets a pass because he killed his baby mom's brother, who was a PD, who grew up raping his sisters.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, I think he was one of the dudes that was killed. So I think like a lot of people were like,
yeah. Right. Now I will say this. There was one time when I felt like Beyonce should have broke her code of silence and said something. If it wasn't true, which makes me think maybe it was true. So when Becky with the Good Hair, that song came out, and everybody, and that kind of followed after the elevator incident, and everybody assumed that it was Dame Dash's ex-wife Rachel Roy, and they were going in on her and their daughter. I think she was like 16 at the time or so, and people were saying like, oh, that's not fair, Beyonce should call off the Beehive, like they're threatening them, they're coming in. And she was silent. But again, it makes you think maybe she was silent because she knew, like,
and again, I mean, I hear what you say and I agree. Beyonce does not address things on social media or when it's popping. If somebody says something about her, she may address it 3 years from now. But Lemonade, let's not act like she addressed everything. Right. So she does come to the public. She does address, and she does. Yeah. But I'm just saying, it gets out there. But she
doesn't do it on social media.
I understand that, but you can't like move the goal line. Like she does come to the public with shit that we don't know, but put it in the music. So it's like putting the candy in the medicine. Like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want. My real the
And
feelings
then Love
behind
Happy
this
when
shit.
she said we had to get married because you
But
effed up our first marriage.
And Lemonade, she made Jay do 444 because it was like, holy shit, she poured out everything I did and everything she felt. And the whole world know how I treated her. Now I gotta grow and do 444 and make these songs like the song we like. What's the one where you talking about the baby and all that stuff?
Summertime. Yeah.
No, not Summertime.
Oh, Bam.
No, it's another song where he's talking about how he heard
all
this kind of things.
The natural twins.
Yeah. When he's talking about that, like, but she comes to the public with shit, and I even think she gave more in Lemonade than she ever would have gave in a post.
Yeah, but I mean, exactly. But she did it in a way that it was artistic, and I'm not excusing it. She still put their business out there.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at the recent, and I didn't even necessarily see it. I just seen the conversations about it, like supposedly with Cardi B and Offset, and like she was going on a rant about her. It's like, what? Like
now,
I just can't.
That shit is toxic there though.
But I just can't imagine us going through an argument. And I mean, that was like, I guess him cheating, but I can't imagine us arguing and me picking up my phone to go on live or to post a story, say anything. And I know that we talked about like things that were personal to us that had happened in 2023. And I talked about, me going through some hard times over, my sister and I not talking for a while and missing the kids. But even during that time, I don't post no subliminal messages about nobody that I might be going through something with. I don't do none of that. Like,
and I'm sitting next to her. I can feel her trying to pick her words to like talk to y'all. So she's telling y'all what she wants y'all to know.
Yeah,
so it's a lot of stuff that happened in those things that she just talked about that y'all do know about, but that's only a quarter of what everything else that happened.
Yeah, like I just feel like it makes it what's sacred to people. Like I even sometimes I tell myself like, all right, that's enough. Nobody don't care about your workouts every day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some stuff, but I mean, those are for myself. Mental health,
for this and this and that.
Yeah.
I mean, we get sick of ourselves. We get sick of it.
We do.
We get on our own.
But it's like when
nerves.
things get dark, if me and you were going through something, a family thing, if me and Toya got into a beef, like, I'm not coming to the internet with things like that about people that I care about. Like, the internet is not going to know that. Like, the internet is just not going to know that. That's just weird to me.
It's the equivalent of growing up in the 90s and going to your front door and screaming out your business to everybody on the corner because there was no internet. So you just went to the door and everybody you saw, you just told them your business.
I went to high school with a girl.
Foreign.
Yeah, I went to high school with a girl, and her ex-husband were together since they were preteens, and I'm talking, I think, like 12 years old. And a few, they were together, had kids, got married, whatever. And a few years ago, I'm gonna say like maybe 3 years ago, I think, on New Year's, she had posted a picture saying like, I guess this will break the internet, with her and her new boo. Well, she and I had kind of talked back and forth. And her husband, after being together for damn near 30 years, and you figure we only in our 40s, they had split, but it had been a while ago. But again, she didn't come to the internet at that time, but now she's in a new relationship. She was posting it. So of course, everybody that has ever known her knew she was with this person. So it was like, people gonna be like, who the hell is this? But they're in an amicable situation. Like, everything is all good. So it's one of them things where, yeah, people eventually will know your business, but it's the way you handle it, the way you do it. Not, I'm single and ready to mingle. Or F that nigga.
You're not taking yourself out and looking at it from the other perspective. You're just saying like, okay, with how you stand. And I respect it. But some people want to control their own narrative. And I don't want people to speculate and shit to linger. So, yeah, this is what it is. I said it and I ain't touching it no more. And it's there. I said it. I said we not together. So that's it. Like, that shit lives on the internet. It's there. But it's just to control. That's a part of it. It's just like, I'm going to be the one to control my narrative. I'm not going to wake up and look at my phone every day and these blog sites got every speculation that they want up about my shit. Because that starts to hurt too. And it's like, nah, let me control my narrative. This is what it is. Let's get to 3 grams. 1, 2, agree. Cat Williams interview blew up the internet on Club Shay Shay.
I'm happy I didn't see the internet first. I didn't know. I just heard the internet.
Like sat down and was not even asked a question and just went on like a 35-minute rant
about everybody.
And
I didn't even see anything on the internet.
He even spoke about Chris Tucker being on the Epstein list and Kevin Hart and the cliques in comedy.
And Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer and Ricky Smiley and Earthquake.
Yeah, like it was Earthquake is illiterate. Ricky Smiley ain't funny. He only play fucking women in dresses. Steve Harvey had a fucking hair piece when he had the box. Like
Cedric the Entertainer stole his jokes. Yeah. He not funny.
And then they put that up on the internet, the joke that was in question, and
he
Cat kind of did it first. Gotta say.
Whew, that was
Kings of Comedy was 2000. Cat did this in like 98.
I didn't know. I again, you listening to it, I was thinking to myself, wow, how is this going to be received? I didn't know people had already heard it.
Yeah, it was received because it was premiering today, and I think Club Shay Shay pops on at 2:30. Okay. So at 2:30, it stopped premiering, and it was available on YouTube. So people digested that shit. It was like, wow. You'll see it on your timeline.
I think Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp, he was kind of shocked because he was like...
He did the right thing, though. He shut up.
Yeah.
Just let him talk. You think about your numbers and you think, okay, I ain't got to get these questions off. He talking. Fuck these cards. Like, fuck this shit. What'd you say, Cat? That's what happened, Cat? That's what happened? What you gonna do? Like, shit. Keep
love his country.
You want another shot, Cat? You want another shot? Put a little cognac in there? Like, I'd have been doing all that. Like, get your shit off. He is
so country. And, I mean, I don't know nothing about him personally other than him and his brother played. I do remember him telling a story about them growing up, like, really, really poor. But he seems like he is just his authentic self on there. Mm. He does have a touch of the snow bunny epidemic, I believe. But he is just like so country.
That's not confirmed.
I'm pretty
Shannon's
sure.
private life isn't. Nah, he likes black women. He just want a woman of the night. That's what he said. But if you get a chance, it'll be on your timelines. It'll be on, for people who on the internet. You can't miss it. It'll be the Cat Williams interview on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. So yeah, it's a doozy. He went in on everybody. And when Cat talk, he don't sound like he lying. He sound like he got a lot of facts, a lot of dates,
he sounds like the stuff that he said. He ain't tripping over his words.
He sound very plausible, But yeah.
I didn't know he had beef with all these people.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know.
I know he always have comedy beef, but I didn't know to this extent.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like, wow. I didn't know I was going to turn that into... I saw it premiering and it's like, nah, I don't want to watch it while it's happening because I might catch it in the middle. I'll wait till it's ready. And then I seen it was ready. I was like, all right, let's give this a shot.
And you know one thing he said about him taking... I think he said like he has taken about 230 comics on tour with him.
43.
43?
Yeah, 43 comics on the road with him. I don't know where you heard 200 and something.
Okay, I thought he said 230.
43.
Okay. So with him saying that, I remember seeing like, I think I remember seeing like some of the flyers with like the younger guys, like Carlos Miller, DC Young
Red
Fly.
Grant. He has it's a team of people that fuck with Cat and like the comedians he always take. Red Grant is one of them. Cat Williams, it's a girl, and like two other dudes. Well, I'm saying Cat Williams and like two other dudes, but I forget their names. But they kind of work in a group, kind of like Kev and Chappelle and Rock and and all those guys.
I've seen some funny stuff from Cat Williams. He's a hit or miss for me.
He said Earthquake was illiterate. And they put the cards up when he got his TV show and he couldn't read them. Like, shit is like, wow.
You know what, though? Earthquake is one of my favorite comedians. And Earthquake just celebrated his son graduating college. You know what? Maybe he can't read, but he has made a life for himself and he's helped the next generation to be successful.
Yeah.
So, to each. And like he said,
but it's like even if no matter how successful you get, it makes you think back to damn, the goddamn teacher was right. Like I'm gonna need to learn how to read. Like they put these goddamn cue cards up, and I just don't get it fast enough. You know what I mean? Like I can't. Not saying he right, but again, cat sounds plausible.
Yeah.
We boxing fans, me and my wife boxing fans, y'all boxing fans. Rematch between Floyd and Pacquiao has been introduced. If they're fighting and it's $50, we getting it.
If $50, yeah. If it's
no, it can't. It's an exhibition, so it's not going to be like a pay-per-view $80, $90 fight.
Isn't Pacquiao like the president, pastor, or something
He's
like
the
that?
president of the Philippines.
I'm not interested. I mean,
boxing fan, you're not interested in the Pacquiao and Floyd?
I don't feel like. First of all,
they're not going to get in there and rub each other. They're going to
Floyd has
box.
never given the best. Has never given me the best fighting matches. Anyway, like
Arturo Gotti. Me, you and I watched that. He beat shit down Arturo Gotti's leg.
That was a very long. Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
Okay, it was a very long time ago, so I don't remember every
Shane
fight.
Mosley.
I don't remember every
parachute
fight.
Dude
but he is very defensive in fighting. So I'll just say that his fights just aren't the most exciting.
Right.
The goal in fighting, I know, is to not get hit, but he's just so defensive. It almost is like, all right, come on, just take one for the team so we can get some excitement.
Floyd is a show to see. Bernard Hopkins was boring.
Yeah.
That's defense. That's a football game that's 3-0 at the end of it. Yeah. Like that's fucking like watching paint dry. So that's what you don't want to see. Floyd was like, man, like the guy hit you 6 times, you threw 4 punches, he wasn't even there no more.
Floyd wasn't no Devontae.
No, he's not Devontae. Floyd doesn't have the punching power that Devontae has. But, little people pack a punch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll watch it if it's $50. No more than that.
Last gram, T.I. and Tiny are being sued by the girl that they had the incident with in L.A. when they had the whole e-pill thing and they was drugging the girl. And they
were accused
of drugging the girl, allegedly drugged the girl. And now the girl's saying that she's suing again because T.I. put his big toe in her pussy.
After the first time? Or this is during the first incident?
During the first incident.
See, for me, I would just feel like, why didn't you mention it that time?
It's along with the whole narrative, sexual assault, taking a black man down. I know you put that narrative out there. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it's the whole snowball rolling down the hill of DV sexual assault coming up now with these new laws that give you a year before statutes of limitations in certain states, 2 years and all that stuff. I just think people are like, fuck it. Before I can't, I'm going to tell what happened. Because again, if it happened, it happened. I'm not saying that it didn't. I wouldn't say anything like that. But I'm sure it has something to do with the time is running out.
I don't want to take away from anything. I don't want to take anything away from
big toe in the pussy. No, that's good. No good. No, don't want to touch it. Seriously.
Nope. Let's move on. Yep. Let's move on.
Why you want to move on? That's Clifford though. He out here don't put his big toe in people's regime.
Let's move on.
Okay. That's it. That's a wrap. Act 2 the Podcast, episode 156 coming to a close. You can catch us on Facebook, Act 2 the Podcast, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Pod Chaser, Player FM, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. It's your boy International Walk.
It's your girl Tasha, co-host with the mostest.
If you fuck with us, you fuck with us. If you don't, you should. Peace.